how's it going? My name's Felicia. I'm from Black Swan Yoga in Austin, and I will be teaching the 1:15. I'm like, what time is it? The 1:15 45-minute flow. We will get started in just a few minutes, but for today's practice, I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up that I always like to use blocks. So if you have blocks with you, I'm going to use a couple probably in practice today. So grab those bad boys and just place them towards the top space of your mat. And then if you have a yoga mat strap or a long t-shirt, or I'm using one of these little stretchers here today to work into the shoulders, please grab yourself something to stretch through your arms. So things you can use are your yoga mat strap, a yoga strap, a t-shirt, or if you have a belt will work as well. But again, today's practice will be blocks, strap of some sort, and we will get started in just a little bit. Thanks for joining me. All right, it looks like it's working. So, how's everyone doing? We'll get started for practice today, and what you can do is take a block or a couple of blocks and find a seat right on top. And that's your choice. You can go with an easy seat, cross your ankles in front of you, allow your knees to fall wide is one option. So it's a little bit of a elevated seat, that way your knees can kind of fall a little lower than your hip points. If you've been sitting all day, it is a nice way to kind of add to your seat. I'm gonna add 2 blocks to add to your seat and just kind of offer a little bit of a stretch for your hip. Wonderful. And then from there, if you can please grab your strap, your belt, or whatever it is that you're going to use to get into the shoulders today with me. Take that into hand and then place it right into the top of both of your thumbs. All 4 fingers will be up towards the sky. And then just take measure that your hands are open about 5 inches or so wider than your shoulders. Then from there, go ahead and lift your hands up over your head and just see how that feels for you. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open up your mouth, let it all go. And then again, inhale, fill up. And then open up your mouth and empty, let it go. Take those 4 fingers and wrap them over your thumbs. Send your left arm all the way up towards the ceiling and reach your right hand, right fist, out level to your shoulder. Good. And then as you kind of hold this position for a moment, can you reset into the shoulder, your top left shoulder? Just kind of roll it up to your ear and then behind your ear, down your back. Push your right fist out towards the wall along your side. And then just hold this isolation here for a moment. Take a big breath in, sit taller, lengthen into the sides of your ribs. And big exhale out. Good, a little bit more. Stretch and push your fist into opposite direction. Your left fist up to the ceiling, your right fist out towards the side wall. Hold and allow your arm to be warmed up here for 5, 4. Now at 3, lengthen your right ear over to your right shoulder. 2. And then roll your chin down to your chest. 1. Good. And now slowly switch that out. So we'll take your hands first up to a Y shape, push your fist towards the sky. Let's do the opposite side. So you're gonna lengthen your right fist up to the sky, punch your left fist out level to your left shoulder, and then just kind of push into opposite directions as best as you can. Roll your right shoulder up to your ear for a moment and then hug it down behind your back. Lengthen into both sides of your ribs, sit very tall, and then start to isolate and hold. Breathe here for 5, 4, punch your right fist up, left fist out. At 3, lengthen your left ear to your left shoulder. 2, and then roll your chin down to your chest at 1. Both hands up towards the ceiling above you. Take an exhale, push your fist just in front of your face, and then round your back like a cat. Now expand. Inhale, lift through your spine, lift your hands up to the sky, and just a little bit, pull your hands behind you and just feel that opening stretch along the front of your chest, along your pec. Open up and spread through the fingertips if you feel like there's any tension. And then exhale, pull forward, round your back like a cat, chin to chest. Inhale, sit tall. Let's open up the fist a little bit more, especially if that felt very tight for you to move through. Hands behind your head, okay? Inhale, lift your arms overhead, and then as best as you can, about 15 degrees, can you open your fist, both arms wide and behind you as you sit up nice and tall. Here for 3, for 2, and then 1. Wrap the strap, whatever it is that you have in front of you, and then repeat that. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale a little bit, 15 degrees back. And then pull it forward. 3 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands move maybe 20 degrees. And then come forward. Inhale, pull it back up. Exhale, 30 degrees behind you. And then pull forward. Let's do that to your best ability, as best as you can. Hands rise up, breathe in. Then the exhale, melt the shoulders, your hands behind you. Slowly rotate all the way to get that belt, strap, t-shirt behind your waist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward of your belly. 2 more times like that, that whole full round as best as you can. Breathe in. Exhale, roll it back and down. Inhale, pull out and back up. Exhale, bring it down and forward. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, pull it down and back behind you. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, pull it down and behind you. Wonderful job. So go ahead and remove that strap. Roll out your wrist. Link your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep rolling out your wrist. And then link your right ear over to your right shoulder. Roll out your wrist. Wonderful. Take your hands behind your back. Clasp all 10 of your fingertips together. Clasp at your fists, your palms. And then take your right and left hand to the outside of your right hip. Hug your right elbow in. Sit tall. And then if you can, just take a moment. Your left forearm, let it rest to the small of your back. And as you press your left forearm into the small of your back, hook this right elbow closer into your midline. So right behind you towards your spine. And just hold here. Once again, a neck stretch. Left ear, left shoulder. It can feel like a lot or it can feel like a little. Do what feels right for you today. Don't ever force. Just allow yourself to kind of read what it is that you notice without having to react too quickly. Good. Now slowly bring your head back to neutral. Bring your fist outside of your right hip, directly behind your tailbone. Push your knuckles down and then just open up your chest. Lift your gaze, chin to the sky. Feel that big stretch into the front of your chest all the way to the front of your throat. And then pull it back in. Sling your fist to the outside of your left hip, right? And your right forearm rests right into your lower back, middle back rather, too. And then your left elbow hugs very closely towards your midline. So it should feel like your left shoulder blade is meeting closer to the back of your ribs, and then pull the low ribs up to sit really tall and just isolate this here as you soften your right ear a little or a lot to your right shoulder. Breathe. Two more big breaths. One more full breath. Bring your chin down to your chest. Keep your gaze down, unbind your hands, just roll out your shoulders, and now clasp your hands once again. Interlace them just at the very back of your head. Pull your elbows in, stretch the very back of your skull. So right now, like I said, we're in Austin, and apparently everything is high, mold, and every possible allergy is almost in the 100 percentile. So if you have any sort of upper brain issues, or like your nose or headaches going on, this can feel really nice. It's a very gentle pull down, right? So it's your elbows coming in close together, very soft stretch at the very base of your skull. It can feel really nice. So give yourself a moment. Breathe as best as you can in through your nose. And then whenever you need to, just open up your mouth, exhale. If you want to produce a bit more heat, take a big breath in. Seal your lips, empty breath through your nose. Find your breath and what feels good for you. Take your time. Full breath in, long breath out. Just give it one more big breath. And then release the interlock of your fingers. Roll your chin up away from your chest, and let's go and remove those blocks or block below your seat to the front side of your mat. One on each. Great. Lovely. Now from here, go ahead and just kind of set back into your tabletop position. Spread all 10 of your fingertips. Line up your wrists just below your shoulders. And then see that your knees are right about below your hips. Yeah. Inhale, cow pose. Pull the belly downwards. Bend the elbows a little bit to really stretch the projection of your chest, moving not only upward but slightly forward. Gaze up to the sky. Feel your upper back, right? Exhale, curl your chin into your chest, cat back. Stretch between your shoulder blades and really get into the sides of your body. So push your ribs over to the left. Feel underneath your armpit. Good. And then come back, hips to heels. Roll your waist over to the right, cat back, but your ribs are right. Roll your hips back to your heels. Once again, cat back, pushing your ribs leftward. Hips to heels. Rolling to the right, cat back. Feel a lot of breath into your right body. Good. And then come back to hips and heels. Slowly sway from side to side. Just have fun melting into your waist. Keep those back toes tucked. And now for playfulness, let's lower your forearms onto your mats. Now remember I said keep those blocks pretty close to you. Grab one of those blocks or book and place it right between your hands. Your thumb fingers are going to be right behind the block, and your pointer fingers will wrap around the outer edge of the block when it lays on your mat the wide way, right? And then once you have that, glue your elbows into the floor but hug them close towards one another, and then step your right foot back. So we only have 45 minutes to get into this practice, so I'd like to kind of get into it with you right off the bat. Forearm plank pose, step your left foot back, and without having to see, just allow yourself to feel your elbows moving towards one another, but at the same time pulling out wide. So play with those positions to feel underneath your armpits and to also lengthen into the sides of your neck. Your waist should not be higher than your shoulders. Keep your booty down. Try to level your waist with shoulder height or just slightly below, but not too deep. Take a big breath, hold here for 3, here for 2, here for 1. Now from this space, I'd like for you to walk it in, walk your tiptoes in towards the middle of your mat so that you are forced to feel your waist moving up higher to the sky, your shoulders moving so that they're right above the bend of your elbows. Look behind you and just dangle your head. Hold here for 3, 2, bend your knees a little bit and then look forward. Press into your big toes, engage your low belly. At the same time, challenge yourself to lift off of your elbows and then come into a downward facing dog. I still have that block right between my hands. If you have it there, perfect job. If you've lost it, walk up close to it so that it is right between your pointer finger and hugging your thumbs around the bottom of your block. Full breath in. Big breath out. Lovely. Now without any rush, without any need to rush, on your tippy toes, press into your hands. Try to keep your hands flat on the floor. On those tippy toes, give yourself a little walk, a little sassy walk. So feel your right body and the hip lift up. Playfully feel your left body and your hip lift up. As you continue to walk with your hands as flat as you can keep them towards the top of your mat. This is a very, very big, powerful, strengthening practice for your patience, for your wrists, and for your shoulders. Once you get towards your block, wonderful job. Ragdoll position. Let go of the block. Grab for your opposite elbow and just allow your head to dangle right through your arms, down to your feet. If your hamstrings feel tight, do yourself a favor, and 2 options for you is to walk your feet out a little wider than your hip width, and then the second option is to give a little bit more bend into your knees, then fold. Take a big breath in, and a full breath completely out. You have your block that is still there, so that's great. Ground your left hand to your block. Now keep the left knee bent, straighten out the right leg, open up and twist your right hand to the sky, fingertips spread wide. Good, and now we'll turn the gaze back down and switch it out. So go ahead and start to bend into your right knee, also straighten into your left leg, open, twist, right palm on the block, left hand springs up to the sky. Wonderful. Turn your gaze back down, lower your left hand to the block. And then the right side again, straight right leg, bend the left knee. A little bit of a different transition here, so listen close. I'd like for you to gaze down, keep this right hand to the sky, gazing down to your left hand. Give a little bend into your right knee, just a little bend. Use your inner thighs now to prop up from your left palm to left fingertips on the block, and notice that movement and space that grew at your left ribs, left belly from your thigh, right? Now from here, give a little bit more engagement into that left heel, pump, push it down. Feel more engagement into that left leg, lean into the right. Take this left hand away from the floor and let's come all the way to stand upright. So here's something to check up on. Relax your shoulders. So start at the top, right? Relax your shoulders and then gaze down. Make sure that your right hip is lined up with your left hip. Take a big breath in, right hand to your right thigh, behind the thigh, left arm up to the sky, look up, lean back, reach behind you. And then exhale, sweep it all the way down and forward, fold. Now we'll switch the sides. So your right hand props to the block, Bend your right knee, straighten out the left leg, open your left arm to the sky above. Wonderful job. And then as you hold this space, gaze down. Great, so now we've got that bend in the right knee, the left leg is fully straight. What you'll have to do next to create space, possibility of movements, give a little bend into your left knee, right? And then push into the block a little bit more to stand up onto your fingertips from the palm. Very good. And then from there, add even more power to bend a little bit into the knees and rise up with strength from the outer hips down into your heels, your 10 toes rising up with an open twist, yeah? Your arms, give it a little bend, both elbows, soften your shoulders away from your ears, and now just give a little gentle push, left hip forward, right hip slightly back, okay? Left hand to your left thigh, reach your right arm up to the sky, look up. Once you have this, keep your left hand in contact with your thigh, just slowly use your left thigh as a roadmap to reach up and back. And then exhale, slowly fold, mount all the way down back to your mat. Move that block out of your way, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, ground your palms, step back, plank position. Plank pose, take a big breath in. Slowly lower just half the way, Chaturanga. Then press back up, plank pose. 2 more, Chaturanga. Press back, plank pose. 1 more, Chaturanga. Press back, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Wonderful. And in your down dog, just give it a little walk. Left, right, left and right. Yeah? Great, now walk your hands towards the back space of your mat. Give your knees a little bend and just simply fold. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, bring it down, exhale. Rise and stand, lift your arms way over your head to the sky above. And then exhale and draw it in. Thumbs touch the middle of your brows, your lips, and right center of your heart. Bring your gaze downwards to your hands, or if you feel comfortable with it, you are in your own space. Close your eyes. Make this time a little bit more special and allow yourself to breathe a bit more intentionally. And while you take this moment to breathe slowly in and slowly out, if that is your intention, right? Or maybe your intention is pretty much to just simply notice and to observe without the quick judgment. We've got a lot of warmth and energy that has traveled into the shoulders, an area of the body that we hold to protect. Allow yourself to strengthen the space and open it up a little bit more. If there's a word that you'd like to set into this intention and space and practice, allow yourself to fill it up with breath and allow that word moving in your body with breath in and completely out. And then a stronger breath in. Feel that word travel through your toes, your legs, your gut, the belly, your chest, heart, head, and hands. And as you exhale, allow it to travel outwards to your mat, to the floor, to the walls, to the ceiling, to your surrounding space. I invite you to listen, to move, and just simply enjoy your practice this afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Open up your eyes, lift your hands up to the sky above. Take an inhale, reach above to the ceiling. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, open arms, forward fold. Halfway lift, take an inhale, gaze towards the top of your mat. Let's go to that space. Travel your hands to the top, maybe walk your feet slightly back, lengthen into a plank pose. Lower half the way, Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep your thighs off of your mat, press into the floor, just simply relax in your shoulders. Little lean of your left ear, left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Now, can you have fun? Playfully move from up dog, tuck your toes behind you, Chaturanga. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Reach your right foot just to the top space of your mat. Lower and anchor down to your left knee. Take a moment, turn your left heel to the right so that your shin is parallel to the top of your mat. Wonderful. You'll feel the big opening into your right hip. Allow your chest and torso to expand. Reach your arms out wide. Wonderful. Take an inhale. It's like a modified warrior two. You've got a big base at your left shin. Got this deep descending bend into your right knee. Flatten the toes without the grip. Inhale. Reach forward. Feel a bit more hip flexion to your right side. Ground your right hand to your inner right arch. Lift your left arm right forward of your head. Left arm over your ear. Okay, now this is a funky transition, so just listen closely and have fun while you move. Take your left hand to your heart. Trust yourself. Push your right hand, right heel into the mat to straighten out the right leg. Slowly rise. Good. And then from there, take this right arm behind you, ground your left hand down towards the back of your mat. You're now at the back of your mat in a modified side plank. Turn your right heel just behind you to the right side of your mat. Modified full side plank. Keep the left shin where it is. Lift your right heel up. Reach your right arm over your head. Breathe. Now to activate a bit more heat and core work, bend your right elbow, your right knee. Pull everything into the center of your body. Inhale, expand. Breathe in. Exhale, 4 more. Pull it in real close. Inhale, kick it out. Expand, hand over head. 3 more. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, pull it out. Stretch. 2 more. Expand and push everything back center. Inhale. 1 more. Open out. Exhale, pull everything right towards your hip to your belly. Matter of fact, go ahead and grab for your right knee. Take your right knee and open it up towards the sky. Look towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Can you look towards your mat, left hand, come off of your palm and stand on your left fingertips. Have fun while you move in your practice today. Let go of the floor from the left hand. Ground your right heel down, back into the modified warrior two. Wonderful. Circle up, both hands to the sky. Exhale, both hands reach in front of the right knee, right over your head. Nice and slow, ground your hands down to the original top space of your mat. Take your left heel, tuck it back just behind your left knee, half splits. Ardha Hanuman, walk your hands back. Look towards your toes. Peel your 5 right toes off of your mat so you're just on your heel. Lift up, look forward, breathe in. Curl your chin into your chest. Wonderful job. Walk your hands forward as you bend into your right knee. Tuck your back left toes, lift off the back left leg. Inhale, look forward. You're in this very low lunge, right? Bend your left knee just a little tiny bit. Left knee travels forward. Have fun with it. Left knee travels forward to the outside of your right calf, down to the right side of your mat, seated. Take a twist, okay? So your left heel is out to your right hip. You're on your full seat. Take your hands and release them on your front right shin. Wonderful. Stretch, so feel your outer hips hugging towards the center of your body. Take your left arm in front of your right shin, your right hand behind you, seated twist. Look to the right or look behind your shoulder. Breathe. One more full breath in. Open up your mouth. Let go of some heat. Exhale. Turn your gaze back center. Okay, so bear with me, funky transition, but I would like for you to take your fingertips wide, down onto the floor to lift off of your seat, and then walk forward, breathe, get off of your right heel so you're just on your tiptoes, and then from there push into the floor, hands just below your shoulders, slide this left heel back up, kick your left foot out behind you, look forward. Supported warrior 3 or standing L pose. Big breath in. Fold your head right towards your right shin. Exhale. Step down, forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, let it go. Rise and stand, lift your arms way over your head. Palms connect, draw it in, thumb to your brow, thumb to your lips, and then thumb just before your heart. Left side, inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, bend your knees, open your arms, and then fold down. Halfway lift, inhale, ground your palms, step back, long into a plank pose. And then from your plank pose, lower half the way, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stretch and hold here with your thighs lifted as best as you can. Press your palms down, look up. Again, now challenge yourself. The opposite, left toe maybe tucks first, right? Push into the palms. Right toe, Chaturanga, plank, downward facing dog. Step your left foot right between your hands. Lower your right knee down onto your mat. Breathe. Okay, so for here, this side, go ahead and take your right foot up to the sky. Keep your knee where it is, okay? Take that right foot to the left side of your mat. So now if you take a peek back, my right calf, maybe your right calf too, is parallel to the top of your mat. That's what you want. Slowly sink into the left side to feel that hip flexion, hip work, left leg, left hip, okay? Slowly rise up. Modified warrior 2, you've got this strong pose, a deep bend in your left knee, strong shoulders, a very rich breath, right? Reach forward a tiny bit. Now take that left hand down to the arch of your foot, reach your right arm over your head. Wonderful. Now just turn the gaze, rotate, twist. So imagine left ribs towards the wall in front of your chest, right ribs rolling towards your left leg, towards your mat. Good. Take your time. Your right hand comes right before your heart. Gaze down to your left palm, left foot. Slowly straighten out the left leg. Okay. Now that you've got your root, push your right shin down. Playfully lift off of your left palm. You're on your fingertips. Then rise up. Wonderful job. Take your time. We're going to surf those arms out real wide. On your right fingertips, gazing towards the back of your mat, slowly come into a modified side plank. Roll that left heel to the left side of your mat, and then take your left foot up, hip height. Left hand over your head, take a strong breath in. 5 sets, left elbow meets your left knee, pull in real close to your body. Inhale, expand. 4 more. Elbow and knee together. Inhale, open. The exhale, you come in close, compress. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, come in close. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull it in. Let's do 1 more. I don't know if it was an extra one. It's okay though. Exhale, pull it in. Hold. Just like the opposite side, grab for your left shin. Gaze down to your right hand. Come to your fingertips. Just open your knee towards the sky. Trust your space to slowly push away from the floor. Ground your right foot, left foot down. Reach your arms outwards. Okay? Arms up. Take an inhale. Take both of your hands. Surf it over your left thigh, beyond your left knee. Exhale. Great job. Steady breath in. Full breath out. Turn your gaze all the way to the top center of your mat. Ground your palms. Pivot the right foot so it lines up just behind your right knee. Tuck your back right toes, please. Half splits. Straighten out your left leg. Flex your left toes up to the sky. Inhale, look forward. Chin into your chest. 2 more. Inhale, gaze forward. Chin into your chest. Relax your shoulders, please. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bend into your left knee. Curl your hands forward. Tuck your back right toes. Let's come into that supported warrior 3 or standing L position. Come all the way so that your right fingertips, left fingertips line up just below your shoulders. Now kick your right heel up to the sky, bending your right knee. Take that right knee to the outside of your left calf. Slide your knee all the way down till you come into a seat. Take a seat all the way to your mat. You made it. Interlace your hands over your shoulder, or rather over your left shin. Hug your shoulders down your back. And then again, like eagle pose, just feel your outer hips hugging in. Your inner thighs, although they are apart, just imagine they're working towards the same plane, towards the center of your belly. Now let's take a deeper twist. Wrap your right elbow, right forearm in front of your left shin. Maybe you pat yourself at the outer left thigh with your right hand. Left arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist the gaze to the left wall or beyond your left shoulder. Give it another full breath. Deep inhale. Big breath. Exhale. 1 more. Long breath in. Full breath out. Sweet deal. Turn your gaze back forward. So this transition will be a bit different from the last transition. But from here, again, ground your hands out wide and then walk your hands forward a slight bit. Come off of your left heel so you're just on your left tippy toes. Tuck your back right tiptoes and then come up in this little curtsy bow. So 2 legs straight. Big breath. Now lift off of your right heel. Step the right foot next to your left toes. Sit low and focus. On the countdown of 5, we're going to go into boat pose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your heels forward. Take your hands to your chest, your heart, so that you sit tall. And then you might find it helpful to just simply grab for the back of your thighs. Pull your heels close towards you. Lift your shins so they're parallel to your mat. Hug your shoulders down your back and be and breathe right here. If you want to add a little bit more, an option is to kick your feet up to the sky while you hold the length of your torso. Pointed toes or flex toes, what suits you. If you shake, just imagine it's your feet having an awesome party. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees if you've straightened. Take your hands right before your chest. Let's twist. Both hands outside to the right. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands outside to the left. Now add on. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, low boat twist right. Inhale, back up, knees bent. Hands up. Exhale, low boat twist left. 2 more times each side. Inhale, back up. To the right twice. Inhale, back up. To the left twice. Inhale, back up. 1 more right. Inhale, back up. 1 more to your left. Inhale, back up, breathe. Grab for the back of your thighs and roll behind you a couple of times. Let that go. However you'd like to get to a downward facing dog, make way. Cross your ankles, plug your hands down. Hop your way back, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, take it home. Pedal it out. In your downward facing dog, lift your right foot up to the sky, please. Bend your knees, stack your hip. You can hold this position or feel free if you have room for it. Flip your dog. If you flipped your dog, take it back to three-legged downward facing. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then come down to your back left knee. Lizard lunge. You've got your blocks, hopefully close by. So take those blocks and line them up so that your elbows, your forearms can rest onto them. Or maybe you don't need it. Bring your elbows, forearms down onto your mat. One more full breath. When you're ready, fully release it, let it go. Remove those blocks still close to your body so you can use it for the opposite side, but before we go there, lift up to your fingertips, lift through your chest, and I'd like for you to take a walk. Walk your right foot over to the left side of your mat, half pigeon pose. Pull in to a bend in your front right knee. Keep your chest lifted, relax your shoulders, stay upright, or feel free, lower down towards the floor. Three more solid breaths without any rush. Last full breath. Take your time. Walk your hands back. Your release, whatever you would like to take. You can take a double pigeon or three-legged downward facing dog. I'm going to take that today. Tuck your left toes behind you, push into the floor, lift your right knee, right foot, and then kick up three-legged downward facing dog. This can feel good. You can stay right here as you are, or again, bend your knee, stack your hip if there's room for it, flip over your dog, turn your belly upright, stretch the front of your hip, reach forward and open up through your chest. Slowly bring it back. And let's come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip. You can hold this space or again, flip your dog. Breathe. Pointed toe, left leg straight, three-legged. Exhale, step to and out the outside of your left hand, outside of your mat. Lizard lunge. Lower your drop down to your right knee. Stay on your palms or grab for your blocks. Come down lower towards your mat onto your forearms. Breathe. Take a big breath in, full breath out. Slowly come back to your palms, move your blocks out of your way, and then take a walk. Left foot travels over to the right side of your mat, left knee. Place it as best as you can, left side of your mat to come into a half pigeon pose. Sink down through the waist. Use your blocks if you'd like to help level out your pelvis. You can take a block, rest it below your left hip, or use that block to rest down below your forearms for your head. Come closer to your mat if you would like. Give it 3 more full breaths. Last round, no need to rush. You can take the same release that you did previously, 3-leg down dog, double pigeon. What feels like it might be a good idea to move through. Go to that space, breathe through it. And if you've come into your wild thing, flip of the dog, reach outwards and upwards through your chest, plant and plug down strongly into your hand and into both of your feet. Slowly pull it back, plank position, breathe. Lower all the way down onto your chest. Great job. So from here, just like we opened up the practice, we'll close it off pretty much the same way, but just in a different orientation of the body. So flat on your belly. Take your right wing out, so your right hand levels with your right shoulder. We'll do a little scorpion opening. So left foot behind your right body. Breathe. And then take your time, roll your belly back. Left hand, wings out, left shoulder height. Take your right knee, bend it, right foot, plug it behind your left body. Roll back onto your belly, nice and slow. And then from here, I'd like for you to keep your feet apart, hip width distance. The toenails, the top of your feet are pressed up against your mat. Take your hands and then interlace them right behind your head. Push your head into your palms. Lift up, breathe. Open up your elbows like 2 massive mini wings here for 3. Lift up more, 2. Lift your feet up, hold it, legs up, 1. Down your rest in a floor bow, go ahead and begin to bend your knees, grab for your ankles behind you, flex your toes, open up and stretch again for 3, 2, slowly roll it down, 1. Windshield wipe your legs, chin on top of your hands, move from side to side. So I've got a couple of options for you. Take advantage of it, rest your feet if you'd like, and just simply flip over onto your back, rest in Shavasana. Or if you would like to, press up to tabletop, and then walk forward, grab for your block or blocks, and take a seat like we started practice. Wherever you happen to be, allow yourself to settle in. Heavy your gaze or close your eyes. Open up the body, so if it might mean from Shavasana, allowing your toes to splay, your palms to flip open to the sky. Or if you're in a seat, sit up real tall and bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. in Shavasana, take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly, if not already. Let's find a breath together. First, empty out all of the air completely. Open up your mouth and let it go. Breathe in through your nose. Pause at the very top. Now, if you're in Shavasana, allow your body to rest into your mat closer. If you're in a seat, allow your shoulders to relax and sit taller. Take another sip of air in. And now let it go. Stay exactly as you are, or feel free to come up to a seat. Bring your palms together before your heart. Bow your gaze in towards your hands. Thank you so very much for allowing yourself to practice today, taking the time to do so. And thank you so much for allowing me to be included into your homes and be included into your practice. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and we'll see you again. Namaste. Thanks again so much for practicing with us, and if you would like to donate to our Teacher Relief Fund, I'll type it into the comments below, but it is www.blackswanyoga.com/live, and you can donate any means that you can, and it is 100% going to our teachers right now, which we greatly appreciate it. And just to kind of give you some background, because I know that we've got folks sharing their practice from all over. We are located in Austin. We're in multiple cities as well. However, we are a donation-based studio in general. So donate what you can. We appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.